Good morning. I'll just wait for people to join. I feel like eventually when I get really good at this, I'm gonna have like a little screen that has like a 2 minute countdown on it, so that like even when I press live, I don't, I'm gonna wait like 2 full minutes, because like that's how long it takes for people to join anyway. Because right now I feel an immense amount of pressure to like start talking immediately. Good morning, Sandy. God's morning. You're right. Yes, it is. Hello, Teal. Hi, Ebony. Hey, Lisa. I mean, it's still God's morning, though. Like, I mean, there you go. Good morning, Dana. Um, Let me see. Oh my God, my sister just texted me. Hey, I'm not gonna make it to the live because she's walking Milton and Madeline. She went over to my grandmother's house to walk Milton and Madeline. She said, tell everyone I said, hey, thank goodness. There's that pressure. She's not here, so I was like, I gotta go live because I thought she was gonna show up late, but at least she's not gonna throw up late or show up late. Throw up late. If I haven't said it already, good morning, Nicole, Crystal. Good morning, Michael. Hi, Sheila. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Suzette. Marcella, good morning. Good morning, Stephanie. Um, yes, good to know I'm not talking to myself now. I mean, I've been known to do that, but yes, not now. Good morning, Michelle. Hey, Karen. Hi, Melanie. Okay, so, does anybody watch Philip DeFranco? Like, he is a very popular YouTube news person. He puts out a daily news show. Honestly, for years and years, that was the only way I got my news, is by watching Philip DeFranco, and he only covers like 3 stories a day. But even then, it was like, I don't watch the news. I don't like the news. Like, I don't know what's going on, like current events where, like I have no idea. But either way, Philip DeFranco, every time he starts a video, he's like, what's up? I'm Philip DeFranco. He's like, and let's just jump into it. And I was just like, that's exactly what I want to say all the time. And it reminds me so much of Philip DeFranco. It's like, and let's just jump right into it. Good morning, Cynthia. Hi, Daphne. Lisa says you should just sing until we get here. You a lie. I am not the one. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Keisha. I was honestly thinking, like, I don't sing enough. Good morning, Mandy. Yay, caught you live. Here I am. Good morning, Bright Girl, Sheila. Yeah, I don't have any desire to, like, sing for no reason. Like, I sing for a purpose. Good morning, Whitney. I guess, like, I only sing when I'm performing on stage, as in, like, musical theater. Like, I don't really have a desire to be, like, a musical artist where I just sing songs, Like, I like to sing theater songs. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you. The Autumn Heather says, whoop, made it morning to you all. Yes, it's in the night for me. Ugh, that's crazy. Good morning, Andrea. So I was just like, but I do like singing. Lisa says, tell us about your singing background. I sure can do that. I was thinking maybe my family has a big Christmas party every year. I was like, should I sing a song at the party? But then I was just like, I just don't want to. Like, I love singing, but I don't, not if it's not like in a performance. My singing background, so, I grew up singing in the church. My mother, like, had me and my sister singing from a very young age. We sang with this local choir around Louisville. We were actually a pretty big deal back in the day, like back in the 90s and early 2000s. And so, we had the opportunity to travel all across the country. We were on some TV shows and things like that singing. It was really fun, but like, it was kind of one of those things like your mom makes you do when you're younger. So like when you're old enough to decide, you have to figure out whether or not you want to do it still. And Amber quit, I think, back when we were, good morning, Joe Ray. Amber quit like when we were like 12 or 13 maybe. I stayed all the way up till, I think, college, till I went away to college. So about 15, like 16, 17, 18. But I used to just sing, and they were just gospel songs, you know, like some original gospel music. We would sing a lot of the old, you know, gospel artists in the day, like Hezekiah Walker, you know, Donald Lawrence, Ricky Dillard, some Kirk Franklin. You know, we would just sing songs like that. And then I really stopped singing all through college because I knew that I didn't want to join the gospel choir at college because I had just spent my whole youth doing that, you know? Good morning, Cindy. So I didn't really sing in college, and it didn't really occur to me, but it never occurred to me that like there were other ways to sing besides church, you know. Good morning, Katrina. And I don't really know why that never occurred to me, but you know, I graduated college, I moved to Minnesota, and I got a job. I stayed there for a year, and then I moved back to Louisville, and I like was kind of in a depression. Cindy says we were learning so much about you. Well, thank you. I mean, you know, there's a lot that goes on. You know, it's like an iceberg. You know, you see this, but there's a lot down here. The Autumn Heather says, smash that like button. 45 watching, 12 likes. Thank you so much. Yes, go ahead and smash that like button if you like musical theater. Let me know. Comment right now if you like musical theater. What is your favorite show? And so I moved back to Louisville, and I was kind of in a funk, like just kind of a depression. I just don't know why. I was just like sad. It was directly related to money. Like I was spending more money than I was making, and I was just like, I don't have enough money. I don't know how I'm going to live. I don't know what's going on. And one of my friends, wicked. Yes. One of my friends, was like, you need to like do something that makes you happy. Like you should be in a play or something. Cause I always loved musical theater. Rent is one of my favorite shows ever. You know, like I got a minor in theater at college, for goodness sake, you know, but never in performing. I always stage managed. I always built the sets, you know, I never went on stage, you know? And so he was just like, you know, you should get Hamilton, don't get me started on Hammy. That's my #1 favorite show now. He was like, you should just do something, you know, like that makes you happy. And I was just like, how do you even just like decide you want to be in a play, you know? So on a Friday, just on a random Friday, I Googled theater auditions Louisville. And wouldn't you know it, like on Sunday, it was like, community theater Indiana. Is that a sign or something? So I showed up to the audition. I didn't have a headshot. I didn't have a resume. Good morning, Myra. Myra says, good morning. I took your advice and tried one of my smart cakes. It was just okay. I don't think I'm a cake person. That's pretty funny. So I know, right? It says it's jittery. Is Amber on the Wi-Fi? No, but there are a couple people here working, so hopefully it doesn't. It's not too bad. Major buffering. That makes me sad. Everybody give me a thumbs up when you can hear me. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I would love to hear you sing some Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, them urchins, them are my ladies, you know what I'm talking about? But I showed up at the audition, and okay, that's weird. I showed up at the audition, I got up to sing. I was just like, I don't have any sheet music or anything, and they were like, well, if you're gonna sing music from the show, we can play that. And I was like, okay, got it. So I sang you know, Seasons of Love, of course, the number, you know, and I just sang and left. I didn't know anybody there, know anything. And then like a couple days later, they called me back. Good morning, Tanisha. You know, like the next day, the director called me back. I was like, okay, hopefully I'm back. Yeah, so it was buffering. It was buffering, so hopefully it's back. Clear. Okay, good. So then she called me back, and she was just like, hey, we want you to come back and do a callback. And I went back and I did the callback, and there was like dancing. And then like the next day, she was like, we want you to be Joanne. And if you don't know Rent, Joanne's like one of the lead characters. Like she's really the main black woman in the show, you know? And I was just like, excuse me, what? You want me to be one of the leads in like the very first show I ever auditioned for and did not prepare for at all, you know? Like, and so basically when it comes down to it, and that was my first time singing in front of people by myself when it wasn't a choir. I mean, I just literally don't know how that happened. I just jumped into it. And then we did rehearsals, you know, and it was just, and we danced. I did the tango Maureen. Like, it was just one of the funnest times of my life. Like, those 5 weeks were one of the funnest times of my entire life. And I remember sitting in vocal rehearsal, just doing one-on-one Joanne parts with the musical director, and he was just like, so how are you liking the experience? And I was just like, this is like literally a dream come true. I was like, my only, like one of my only goals in life was to sing the high note in Seasons of Love in Rent. Joe Ray says, did you sing that high note in Seasons of Love? I'm just now getting to it. And the musical director was just like, wait a minute, you can do the high note in Seasons of Love? And I was like, yeah, like, yes I can. So like, and then that we moved on, we just went on to other stuff, so then like the next day when the entire ensemble was together and we were singing Seasons of Love, that was the first time we were going to sing it, and basically the musical director was like, I mean, does anybody need to go over parts, or does everyone know this? And it's like, we all basically know it. So he looked at this guy, he was like, okay, I want you to do the male lead, and then he looked at this girl and was like, okay, I want you to do the female verse. And I was just like, oh. And then he looked at me, he's like, but I want you to do the ad-lib at the end and the high note. And I was just like, okay. And so like we were just singing the whole song, and it was just beautiful. Like we literally didn't need to practice, and we were just singing, and then it got to the part, where the ad-lib at the end, like, I'm not gonna sing, you guys, I'm not gonna do it, but then you could just hear, you could hear when they stopped, and like everyone like took a breath, and I was just like, measure your life, and then I was just like, nailed it. And then people were just like, Seasons of Love, and I was just, and then we finished the end, and then after it was over, like everybody clapped. They were like, wow, oh my God, that was awesome. And like, I could have fainted, I could have died right then, because like that was like one of my life's goals ever, And so not only did I get to do it in rehearsal, I got to do it every night on stage. We did it like 10 times, every night on stage, standing ovation. It was one of the best experiences of my life. From there, I got to, Jory says, I'm living vicariously through you right now. Amazing. Yeah, no, it was amazing. And from there, I went to be in hair. I went to be in hairspray. I went to be in a show called Once on This Island, which I ended up really loving. And so I just did musical theater for like, 4 or 5 years, and it, the bug worked its way out of me, and I really haven't sang for any reason since. And I'm just like, I should be singing. I don't know. I have no idea. But that was a long story. Sorry. Long story short, I'm trying to figure out, like, should I be singing? Because, like, I love to sing. I love it. So maybe I'll audition for shows next year and stuff like that. But, singing the Hamilton soundtrack in the shower is enough for me, Like, singing, oh, Satisfied. But, I used to think Satisfied was my favorite song until I really gave Take a Break a chance. And I was like, Take a Break is actually up there. And now we're getting into the weeds. Let me tell you about my weigh-in. So yesterday was an eating day, and I ate, my meal prep this week is like 1,920 calories. The Autumn Heather says, we all live for your sing-along parts of your Watch Autumn Keto. Yes, thank you. Girl, I can lip sync with the best of them, so I am, I'm just, yesterday I ate 1,920 calories. I had eggs, bacon, and sausage. I topped the eggs with sour cream and Mexican cheese and hot sauce. Oh my God, it was so good. And then I had, bacon and sausage, and then I had like parm crisps and some peanut butter. I mean, y'all saw all of it over on my video, what I ate yesterday. That was around 1,920 calories. Look, okay, I got my stars back. So I mixed my X's back with my stars. I got all my stars yesterday. I didn't get home until 10 o'clock yesterday. If you guys remember, give me a thumbs up if you remember my roommate Kiana. We don't live together anymore, but she was my roommate for a long time. A couple years ago, I think she moved out. It'll be a year coming up in January, I think it was. She's actually in the hospital. Like, Kiana has been having some health issues lately, so I went to go visit her in the hospital, and we just sat and we talked. I mean, she's doing okay, but it was just like I spent a long time there with her, so I didn't get home till 10 o'clock last night. 10:15, 10:30, but I still practiced my Spanish. I did everything I needed to do. It was good to see her, but I just hate what's going on for her. So send all the positive vibes going her way. So I got on my stars because I practiced my Spanish, and I stepped on the scale this morning. Yesterday I was 183.0. Today I was 183.0. And I am okay with that, you know? Eating day, I exercised, you know, I had a good amount of calories, didn't gain, and like, I'm feeling good, you know? I'm feeling good. Today is a fasting day. I would be lying if I wouldn't say, like, today is a fasting day and I weigh 183, so when I step on the scale I should be even less. Maybe I'll be back at 182. Like, I'm like speculating and like hoping that the number will be lower, but it's just like at the same time I can't control it. I can only control what I'm doing, you know? Eating on plan, fasting. Joyce asks, how tall are you? I am 5'10". You know, eating on plan, tracking, sleeping, exercising, fasting. I can only control that. I cannot control what the number says when I step on the scale, you know? So that sort of stuff I don't have any hope for, you know, like because it's like it built into my schedule now, so I don't, you know, I'm not like, oh, hopefully I can fast today. Like, no, it's just what I'm doing, you know, like I don't have any reservation about not knowing because I have complete control in that. Debbie asked, am I sleeping okay? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't get as much sleep as I would like to, but I feel like I'm just in a phase in my life where that's just not going to be, I just can't right now. Between working on Watch Autumn Keto and working on my, you know, working at my shop, working at my technology job, I try to go to sleep at 9:30 every night, and then I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's just, but you know, nights like yesterday when I get home late, I still got to wake up at 5 o'clock. Yeah, today I wasn't feeling it. Yeah. So, I am trying to work on getting better sleep. I mean, but as long as I can go to sleep at 9:30, that's what I shoot for. And on the weekends, you know, my body still wakes up at 6:30 anyway. But yeah, like I am just trying to control what I can control, and that's about it. I don't think I have anything else today. Michael asks, are you working out today? I have already worked out today. I have done Les Mills Body Combat. So you guys, another dream of mine is to be like a fitness professional. Like, I want to own my own workout studio in Louisville where I can like teach fitness classes. Like, I love step aerobics. I love dancing. I love, you know, cardio kickboxing. Okay, inquiring minds. Zip Fizz flavor. I had pink lemonade today, and it was amazing. But I was watching the Les Mills. I was doing the Les Mills On Demand Body Combat, and like for these last series of videos, they've been in China, and so they're shooting one of all of their videos in China. They've done a body step in China. They did a dance class in China. Still going to the trainer on Sundays. We haven't done that in a while. We're thinking of switching days, but yes. I am going to be working out with her, but honestly, I haven't for a couple of weeks just because I've been traveling anyway, but we are getting back on that. But like, I was watching just the, them being on stage and all the people in the audience. And so, you know, I'm just punching and kicking. It's just amazing. But you know, that's another way of performing. You know, it's almost like dancing. Like, you know, it's you're in front of a big audience and just doing moves and leading them. It was so great. I was super jealous, but I've been doing that workout for the past 3 days. It's the newest one they released, and I'm obsessed with it. Myra says my son was in a car accident. He's okay, but I haven't had a good night's sleep since. Yeah, I mean, that's tough, man. Prayers for your son. Like, I was telling my mom, because I've decided I don't want kids. It's not a thing. Like, I'm just 34, and like my life is the way that it is right now, and I like it, and I don't want it to change. And like, a kid would drastically change my life, and I'm okay with that, you know? But I was talking to my Uber driver back when I was in North Carolina, and I was telling her, you know, telling her, I was like, yeah, me and my girlfriends are picking up and going to Paris. Like, you know, like we ain't, you know, no worries. We're independent. We can do whatever we want. She was just like, yeah, I have a daughter, but all it is, you know, it's just a worry. It's a type of worry that never goes away. You give birth to an extension of yourself, and if something happens to them, something happens to you. And I was like, I feel that. I don't want to open myself up to that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's a ton of joy that comes along with it, but that's a type of fear that I can only imagine. My mom still be telling me to this day, buckle up, call me when you get there, drive safe. I'm like, girl, I'm 34. I know how to live, but like as a mother, you just never get over it, you know? And so big ups to all the mothers, man. It's tough out there. Protect your babies. Petite D says, what is your eating window on your eating days? It varies, but I usually always finish before 1 p.m. Like, because I just don't like to eat late in the day anyway. So the only variance is when I start eating. If I'm super hungry, it'll be 10 o'clock. If I'm like, I can wait, it'll be 11 o'clock. So it's really between 10 or 11 and 1 o'clock. And then, yeah, oh my God, Lisa, mom of 3 boys here. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, exactly. Autumn, yeah, the Autumn Heather says, I have per kids. You're right. No, human kids. I can't do it. Yes, but Kelly says it's true, but the amount of love these little people bring to your life are indescribable. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy that you have that love. You know, I get different love in different ways. Like, you know, my family brings me so much joy. My idiot dogs bring me so much joy. I know that children would be a different joy. I'm just okay. I'm okay if I don't experience it, you know? Kelly says, I've only got 1 and I'm done though. I feel you. I feel you, girl. Okay. Oh, I'm over 20 minutes. Sorry we took that roundabout about my musical theater career, but it was fun to relive, man. Like that just brought up some beautiful feelings like back in my life. I might need to come back for that. Okay, so everybody have a good day. I'm fasting today. This is my water. I've already drank a pink lemonade, Zip Fizz. I'm drinking some water and, you know, I'm having a great day. All right, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.